Alright guys, it is mid-February and here in East Texas it's time to plant potatoes, okay? Let me show you what I got in potatoes and what we're going to do here. Alright guys, in my Gorilla cart here I have approximately 15 pounds of, these are white potatoes here. I forgot what they were. He mentioned them when I went to get them at the feed store, but I don't remember. But they're white potatoes. These are Yukon Gold here, and there's again 15 or 16 pounds here of Yukon Gold. The pilots are coming out. They're sprouting real good right now. That's good. White Yukon Gold, and here I have approximately 15 or 16 pounds of red potatoes. That's beautiful, huh? Nice. Alright. I don't think she thinks so though. And then I did a little experiment. I've done it once and it was okay, but I'm going to do it again this year. I bought, what is this, 3, 6, 9, 12 pounds of russet potatoes. Now they're a white potato also. I want to see how they work. If you're gonna do store-bought potatoes, make sure they're organic, because the regular potatoes that are non-organic are sprayed with a growth inhibitor, and it keeps them from sprouting these little sprouts here, and they won't really grow in your garden. So make sure you get organic if you're going to go to the grocery store and get potatoes to plant. All right, I bought mine 3 weeks to a month early, and like here it's mid-February is a good time to plant potatoes here in East Texas. So get them sometime in January and let them sit around outside for a while. Not outside, but in your house or a cool place anyways, and they will start sprouting on you by the time it's ready to plant. Okay, so this year we're going to do something a little different here. If you've seen my videos on the back to Eden garden doesn't work, here it doesn't work. I'm going to put a link to that up here. In that video I said I was going to use a woven weed barrier cloth, like it's a plastic woven cloth. That you see them in the nurseries all the time. And what we're going to do here is we're going to make, I got a row here and I got my line set up here. So I got a nice straight row of potatoes. Put a stake here and a stake down over there, and I measured it 3 feet from the fence, and I put a line going across there, so I'll have a nice straight row. The next one is 3 feet from there and on, and so on and so forth. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay, when I'm done planting the potatoes, I'm going to lay that hardwood cloth, the weed barrier cloth down here on between each row. Okay. After I plant after the sprouts come up and you can see the potato plants coming up, then I'm going to put the plastic down. That should keep all the weeds from coming up. I've never done it before. I've seen a lot of success with other people using the woven weed barrier cloth. And so I am sick and tired of weeds here. I mean, you can see right now the weeds are just coming up everywhere here. Those are not vegetables, those are weeds. So unfortunately that's just the way it is here. But I still like the back to Eden garden as far as holding the moisture in the ground. It does rebuild the soil, but it takes a long time. The only thing else I did different here in that video also is I put chicken manure here in the fall. I think it was October I did that video. Anyways, and I put, I think it was about 7 or 8 buckets of chicken manure, fresh chicken manure. I cleaned all the weeds out, tilled it, laid all the chicken manure down, and then tilled it again to mix it all in and let it compost through the winter. And now it should be ready. The only other thing I'm going to do once I put my rows in here, I'm going to sprinkle some minerals that are needed in my soil. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put it up here. It's where I did a soil test, and they recommended what minerals I needed for my soil, and that's what I'm going to sprinkle in here. If you're not sure, I would suggest getting a soil test done. Again, it should be up here. if you want to check that out, or I'll put it in the description or at the end of the video. But it's very important that you get your soil tested to know what's in your soil, so to put anything that's missing, any mineral that's missing in your soil, to put it in there. If you're not sure, I would just put azomite. Azomite is just, it's a good all-around mineral source for plants. If you got some pretty decent soil, it wouldn't hurt to put some in there. But if you're not sure and your plants aren't growing that great, it's a good indication of that and or nitrogen or phosphate or potassium. But that's why it's important to get your soil tested. I didn't do it for the first couple years, but then last year I said, you know what, for 2019 I'm gonna do this right. I got my soil tested and I got all the minerals I needed and other extra stuff too. Anyways, so that's what we're gonna do here, and let's get started. Alright guys, on your potatoes, what you want, if you don't already know, these little eyelets that come out, these are the shoots. They'll start sprouting out and it'll become your plant. And you want those facing up. Now if they're all over the potato, then fine, just make sure the majority of them are pointing up in the air. But that's what you want. And like I said, about a foot apart. Alright guys, the potatoes are all planted. What we're going to do now is just slightly cover them, just so you can just cover the potato. And what we're going to do is we're going to sprinkle in the minerals I had ordered for my soil. And again, if you didn't get your soil tested, azomite would be okay. Just do the same thing, cover up the potatoes a little bit with some dirt and sprinkle some azomite over it. And then we're going to cover them up completely. And what that's going to do is when it rains and stuff, it'll push the minerals down into the around the potato even more. All right guys, so let's do that now. Okay, I got the rows covered up. Now I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that weed barrier cloth and how I'm going to lay it out. Alright guys, this is my idea. I got this weed barrier that's 3 feet wide. Okay. My rows are 3 feet from the fence and 3 feet apart. So these are going to go in the middle, in between each row. I'm going to wait now until my potatoes start sprouting out, and they're about 6 to 8 inches or so tall. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay the cloth down there, here, in between each row. And where it meets in the middle, of course, the potato plant will be about this tall. And this should meet here like this. You can get these staples. I'll put it in the description where I got them. I got like 1,500 of them. Not for here, not just for here, but for my other garden, my orchard. I'm going to do the same kind of deal there too, in between the beds to keep the weeds down. And I want it to cut grass all the time. But basically, you just get these. These are 6 inches long, and you just push them right through there, and it holds it down. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to put them right at the edge, but I'm going to put them probably about 6 inches away from the edge, so the potato plant can still have, can still push its way through, if in case one starts growing over here or something. But that's just something I'll have to keep an eye on. Again, that way I won't have any weeds on the pathways, and whatever weeds grow in here, I can just pull those out with no problem. All right, guys, so that is about it. I will keep you updated on how this works and how it goes, and how well they're growing in here. And I will especially keep you updated on how good, delicious these potatoes are going to taste. All right, guys, so I appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe, and when you subscribe, hit the notification bell. That will alert you to a new video that comes out. All right, so I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.